They say money doesn't buy happiness. These golden age celebrities found that to be true for the most part of their lives. From fighting for their children to becoming mentally paranoid, this video is proof that money can only buy so much. Howard Hughes, thrown into darkness. It's one thing to live a life of sadness, but it's another to be obsessed with things that don't really matter and throw yourself into oblivion like this man did. You see, Howard Hughes was born on December 24, 1905, into a life of privilege and potential. The son of a successful inventor, Howard R. Hughes Sr., and his wife Aline, young Howard was introduced to engineering and innovation early on. His father's business, the Hughes Tool Company, laid the financial foundation for Howard's later ventures. Despite this wealth, Hughes's childhood was marked by isolation and illness. They shaped a future full of challenges. From a young age, Hughes exhibited a keen interest in mechanics and aviation. By 14, he had already built his own motorized bicycle and modified a car to be one of Houston's first motor vehicles. His passion for flight was ignited further when he took his first airplane ride. This fascination led him to Hollywood, where the merging of his inventive spirit and the allure of the silver screen awaited. Hughes made his way to Hollywood in the 1920s, initially investing in films before deciding to produce his own. His big break came with the epic war film Hell's Angels in 1930, a production that nearly bankrupted him due to its unprecedented budget. However, the film's success solidified his reputation as a visionary, albeit an extravagant one. Hughes continued to produce and direct films, including Scarface and The Outlaw, each project further cementing his status in Hollywood. Hughes's fame was not confined to Hollywood. His ventures in aviation were groundbreaking. He founded Hughes Aircraft Company, setting multiple world airspeed records and designing cutting-edge aircraft. His achievements earned him a Congressional Gold Medal, and his business acumen saw the Hughes empire expand into real estate, electronics, and medical research. By the mid-20th century, Hughes was one of the wealthiest men in the world, with a fortune that seemed limitless. Despite his monumental success, Hughes's life was plagued by severe unhappiness. His OCD got worse as he aged. It led to strange behaviors and extreme reclusiveness. The chronic pain from numerous plane crashes exacerbated his condition, driving him to rely heavily on painkillers. Hughes's paranoia grew, isolating him from friends, colleagues, and even reality. Hughes's reclusiveness became legendary. He hid in dark hotel rooms and used notes to talk to the outside world. He had an entourage that did whatever he wanted, no matter how irrational. His fear of germs reached debilitating heights, compelling him to wear tissues on his feet and burn his clothes after a single use. The final years of Hughes's life were a tragic descent into solitude and madness. His physical health deteriorated, exacerbated by neglect and his addiction to codeine. On April 5, 1976, Hughes died aboard an aircraft en route to seek medical treatment, his body a frail shadow of the once vibrant innovator. His estate, worth an estimated $1.5 billion, was a testament to his achievements, but also a stark reminder of a life consumed by fear and obsession. Mary Aster, the fight for her children. No matter how rich and famous you get, no one ever wants to lose their children, and this became the bane of Aster's life and career. Mary Aster, born Lucille Vasconcelos Langhanke on May 3, 1906, in Quincy, Illinois, rose to prominence in Hollywood with a career that seamlessly transitioned from silent films to talkies. Her acting talent and striking looks made her a sought-after star. This led to roles in over 120 films, including classics like The Maltese Falcon and The Great Lie. Despite her professional success, Aster's personal life was tumultuous and fraught with scandal, overshadowing her achievements. Aster's career began in the silent film era. Her expressive face and captivating presence quickly earned her leading roles. By the 1930s, she had successfully made the transition to sound films, showcasing her versatility and securing her status as a Hollywood star. Her performance in The Great Lie earned her an Academy Award for Best Supporting Actress, solidifying her place in the industry. Aster's professional success, however, was marred by a highly publicized scandal that shook Hollywood. In 1936, she became embroiled in a bitter custody battle with her second husband, Dr. Franklin Thorpe, over their daughter, Marilyn. The trial became a media sensation when Thorpe introduced Aster's personal diaries as evidence. which detailed her numerous affairs, including a notorious liaison with playwright George S. Kaufman. The diaries, dubbed the Purple Diaries for their racy content, painted a picture of a woman caught between her desires and societal expectations. The scandal had two sides for Aster. It threatened to ruin her career, but the public's interest in her private life also kept her in the spotlight. This ensured her continued relevance in Hollywood. Despite the scandal, Aster managed to maintain her career, a testament to her resilience and talent. She continued to deliver strong performances in films such as Meet Me in St. Louis and Little Women. Her ability to weather the storm of public scrutiny and personal adversity only added to her mystique and depth as an actress. Aster's personal life remained turbulent beyond the custody battle. She married 4 times, each relationship fraught with its own challenges. Her struggles with alcoholism further complicated her life, impacting both her career and personal relationships. Aster's battle with addiction was a constant shadow over her later years, contributing to her unhappiness and sense of isolation. Aster passed away on September 25, 1987, leaving behind a legacy of remarkable performances and a life story that continues to captivate. Her journey from silent film star to sound film icon is nothing short of amazing. However, trials of life seem to get the better of her. Gloria Graham, life like a roller coaster. Born Gloria Hallward on November 28, 1923, in Los Angeles, California, right in the heart of the budding film industry. From an early age, Graham exhibited a natural talent for performance, eventually leading her to the bright lights of Broadway. Her stage success quickly caught Hollywood's attention, and she made her film debut in 1944 with Blonde Fever. However, it was her role in It's a Wonderful Life, 1946, that truly put her on the map, albeit in a small but memorable part. Graham's big break came with her role in Crossfire, 1947, which earned her an Academy Award nomination for Best Supporting Actress. This was just the beginning of a series of powerful performances in films like In a Lonely Place, 1950, alongside Humphrey Bogart, and The Big Heat, 1953, where she cemented her reputation as a compelling and versatile actress. Her portrayal of the morally complex characters, often teetering on the edge of good and evil, showcased her exceptional range and depth. In 1952, Graham won the Academy Award for Best Supporting Actress for her role in The Bad and the Beautiful. This accolade confirmed her place among Hollywood's elite and brought her substantial wealth and recognition. Yet Graham's off-screen life was as dramatic as her on-screen roles. Her personal life was full of scandals. The most notorious was her affair with her then stepson, Anthony Ray. He was the son of her second husband, director Nicholas Ray. The affair began when Anthony was a teenager and Graham was still married to Nicholas, which caused a sensational scandal when it was revealed. Graham later married Anthony Ray, further fueling the controversy and impacting her reputation. Her tumultuous personal life didn't end there. Graham was married 4 times, each marriage fraught with its own set of challenges. Her relationships were often stormy, contributing to the public's fascination with her personal life. In the late 1970s, Graham's health began to decline. She was diagnosed with breast cancer, a battle she fought with characteristic resilience. Despite her illness, she continued to work, driven by her passion for acting. However, the disease ultimately took its toll. Gloria Graham passed away on October 5, 1981, at the age of 57. Laird Cregar, Fit Fam Gone Wrong. She was one of Hollywood's most promising character actors, known for his imposing presence and memorable performances. Born Samuel Laird Cregar on July 28, 1913, in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, Cregar was a towering figure both physically and talent-wise. His life, however, was a tragic tale of ambition, struggle, and an untimely death that cut short a burgeoning career. Cregar's journey to Hollywood was marked by a deep passion for acting. After attending the prestigious Episcopal Academy and then studying at the University of California, Berkeley, Cregar honed his craft on the stage, performing with local theater companies. His talent quickly became apparent, and he soon caught the attention of Hollywood scouts. Cregar made his film debut in 1940 with Oh, Johnny, How You Can Love, but it was his performance in Hudson's Bay, 1941, that brought him into the limelight. His ability to portray complex villains and characters with a brooding intensity made him a standout. Roles in films such as I Wake Up Screaming, 1941, and This Gun for Hire, 1942, solidified his reputation as a formidable character actor. Standing at 6 feet 3 inches and weighing around 300 pounds, Krager's physicality was both his asset and his curse. He often portrayed menacing characters, using his size to his advantage in creating memorable, larger-than-life villains. His role in The Lodger, 1944, as Jack the Ripper, was particularly chilling, showcasing his ability to delve deep into the psyche of dark characters. Despite his success, Krager was acutely aware of how his weight typecast him into certain roles. He yearned to play leading men in romantic roles, a desire that became a driving force in his life. Determined to transform his image, Krager embarked on a drastic weight loss regimen in 1944. He adopted a severe diet and exercise program, and even took amphetamines to accelerate the process. His goal was to shed the weight that he believed was holding him back from achieving greater success in Hollywood. The transformation was dramatic. He lost over 100 pounds in a short period, a feat that left him almost unrecognizable. However, the rapid weight loss took a severe toll on his health, both physically and mentally. Krager's body struggled to cope with the sudden change, and he began to suffer from intense abdominal pain. Despite his deteriorating health, Krager continued to work, taking on a role in Hangover Square, 1945. His performance was lauded, but it would be his last. In December 1944, just before the film's release, Krager was admitted to the hospital with severe abdominal issues. He underwent surgery for a stomach ailment, but complications arose. On December 9, 1944, at the age of 31, Laird Krager passed away due to a heart attack brought on by the stress of his drastic weight loss measures and the subsequent surgery. Hollywood mourned the loss of a remarkable talent whose potential had only just begun to be realized. Laird Krager's legacy is a poignant reminder of the pressures faced by actors in Hollywood, particularly regarding physical appearance and typecasting. His dedication to his craft and his desire to expand beyond the roles assigned to him demonstrate his passion and ambition. However, his story also highlights the dangers of extreme measures taken to fit the industry's mold. Susan Peters' ability and disability. Although she no doubt had a promising career, it was tragically cut short by a devastating hunting accident that altered the course of her life. She was born on July 3, 1921 in Spokane, Washington as Suzanne Carnahan. Peters showed early promise in acting. She eventually made her way to Hollywood and got attention for her talent and charm. She began her career in Hollywood in the late 1930s, quickly establishing herself as a talented actress with roles in films like Young Ideas, 1943, and Random Harvest, 1942, for which she received an Academy Award nomination for Best Supporting Actress. Her performances were marked by a natural grace and emotional depth that captivated audiences and earned her critical acclaim. But just when thighs were starting to get really good for her, something horrible happened. In 1945, tragedy struck Peters during a hunting trip with her husband, actor Richard Quine. A rifle accidentally discharged, severely injuring her spinal cord and leaving her paralyzed from the waist down. The accident not only devastated Peters physically, but also dealt a severe blow to her promising career. At the age of just 24, she found herself confined to a wheelchair, facing a future vastly different from the one she had envisioned. Susan faced immense challenges in adjusting to her new reality. Despite her disability, she was determined to continue her acting career. She made a courageous return to the screen in 1948 with a role in The Sign of the Ram, portraying a wheelchair-bound character which earned her praise for her poignant portrayal. However, Hollywood at that time was not as accommodating to actors with disabilities as it is today, and Peters found fewer opportunities available to her. The physical and emotional toll of her injury, combined with the limitations it imposed on her career, took a profound toll on Peters. She tragically passed away on October 23, 1952, at the age of 31, due to complications from pneumonia. Her death marked the end of a promising career and a life marked by resilience in the face of overwhelming adversity. Dorothy Dandridge, victim of racial discrimination. She was the trailblazing actress and singer whose legacy in Hollywood transcends her captivating performances and profound impact on racial barriers. Born on November 9, 1922, in Cleveland, Ohio, Dandridge began her career at a young age alongside her sister Vivian in the vaudeville circuit. Her journey from humble beginnings to becoming the first African-American woman nominated for an Academy Award for Best Actress is marked by both triumphs and tribulations. Dandridge was talented and beautiful. This quickly put her in the spotlight of entertainment. She gained recognition for her performances in films such as Carmen Jones, 1954, where she starred as the title character and received critical acclaim for her portrayal. The role not only showcased her acting prowess, but also made her a symbol of empowerment for African-American women in Hollywood. As an African-American woman in the 1950s, Dandridge faced immense challenges due to racial segregation and discrimination prevalent in the film industry. Despite these obstacles, she persisted in challenging stereotypes and pushing boundaries. Her success in Carmen Jones not only broke racial barriers, but also paved the way for future generations of African-American actresses. Behind the glamour of her career, Dandridge grappled with personal demons and financial difficulties. She faced turbulent relationships, including a tumultuous marriage to Harold Nicholas and subsequent divorces that strained her emotionally and financially. Despite her professional achievements, Dandridge struggled to secure stable financial footing, a reflection of the systemic inequalities faced by African-American performers in Hollywood. Dorothy Dandridge tragically passed away on September 8, 1965, at the age of 42, due to an overdose of antidepressant medication. Her death marked the premature end of a life marked by resilience and talent, leaving behind a legacy that continues to inspire generations. Dandridge's contributions to film and her role in breaking racial barriers remain a testament to her enduring impact on the entertainment industry and her enduring legacy as a trailblazer for African-American performers. Gloria Vanderbilt, The Rich Also Cry. Born into one of America's wealthiest families, lived a life that intertwined privilege with profound personal struggles. Beyond her reputation as an heiress and socialite, Vanderbilt's experiences in Hollywood's golden age were marked by significant challenges that shaped her emotional landscape. Born on February 20, 1924, Gloria Vanderbilt was the daughter of Reginald Claypool Vanderbilt, heir to the Vanderbilt Railroad fortune, and Gloria Morgan Vanderbilt, a socialite. Her father's sudden death when she was just a baby left a lasting impact on her childhood. The loss of her father not only deprived her of paternal guidance, but also set the stage for a life overshadowed by the complexities of inheritance and family wealth. In her youth, Vanderbilt dabbled in acting and modeling, stepping briefly into the Hollywood spotlight. However, her true passion lay in art and design, where she found creative expression throughout her life. Her artistic endeavors provided a personal refuge from the pressures of societal expectations and the weight of her family legacy. Despite her financial security, Vanderbilt's life was marred by personal tragedies that took a toll on her emotional well-being. One of the most significant challenges was the loss of custody battles for her children. Her marriages, particularly to Pat DeSico and Wyatt Emery Cooper, were tumultuous, and the custody battles that followed were highly publicized and emotionally draining. These custody battles, coupled with the public scrutiny of her personal life, contributed to periods of unhappiness and emotional turmoil. Vanderbilt struggled with the demands of fame and fortune, grappling with the expectations placed upon her as a public figure and as a member of one of America's wealthiest families. Barbara Hutton, born with a silver spoon. On November 14, 1912, she was born into the Woolworth family fortune, epitomized the complexities of wealth and privilege in Hollywood's golden age. However, despite her immense fortune and glamorous lifestyle, Hutton's life was marred by personal struggles that overshadowed her public image. Barbara Hutton inherited a vast fortune from her father, Frank W. Woolworth, founder of the Woolworth retail empire. From a young age, she was thrust into the spotlight as one of the wealthiest heiresses in the world, known for her opulent lifestyle and extravagant spending habits. As a prominent socialite in Hollywood, Hutton mingled with celebrities and became a fixture in high society circles. Her wealth and status afforded her access to exclusive parties and luxurious lifestyles, establishing her as a notable figure in the entertainment industry. Despite her privileged upbringing, Hutton faced numerous personal challenges that plagued her throughout her life. She endured multiple failed marriages, including unions with Cary Grant and Prince Igor Trubetskoy, which garnered intense media scrutiny and added to her public persona as the poor little rich girl. Throughout her adult life, Barbara Hutton battled with substance abuse issues, which exacerbated her personal struggles and contributed to periods of instability. Her struggles with addiction were well documented in the media, further complicating her public image and personal life. Barbara Hutton's life serves as a cautionary tale of the perils of extreme wealth and fame. Despite her access to privilege and luxury, she experienced profound unhappiness and personal turmoil, and had a life filled with sadness and pain, exacerbated by failed relationships, substance abuse, and the pressures of public scrutiny she faced for the most part of her life. In her later years, Barbara retreated from the public eye, seeking solace in her private world. She passed away on May 11, 1979, leaving behind a legacy that continues to captivate and intrigue.